chance, another way, another dance. Come on now, come on now. Okay, so today I'll be going over, a chapter that I've been working on. It's chapter 16, and it's a game actually. So yes, this is something like a game that I'm gonna be going over. So it's called Choose Your Adventure. So it's called Choose Your Adventure, and that's what I'm gonna be going over. Choose your own adventure. Imagine you climb a tree. If you climb up one branch to see certain things such as a bird's nest, a balloon that got stuck up there during your birthday party. If you climb a different branch, you might see other things like the neighbor's garage. In JavaScript, the technique of using if else or switch statements to choose between two or more paths called branching. In this chapter, you use branching to write a choose your own adventure game that asks for user input at key moments to change the story. The captain of a spaceship called the Flying Kid, but one day you're working on tuning up your ship's engines when you get an urgent message on your space phone. Can one of our Mars robots sick? We need to go to Mars immediately and retrieve so that we can fix it and download the results of its porn experiments. You remember that you're supposed to go to a meeting of the Space Scouts tonight. Really looking forward to it, but on the other hand, the other Space Scouts would understand that this mission is very important. What do you do? Go to Mars or stay home? That's the mission. Plan the story, creating a flow chart, writing the story, playing the game. So this is pretty much going over the different tips and stuff that you need to do in order to be able to play the game, man. So in my case, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna be going over the book because it's pretty much giving different options or variations in regards to the game. But what I will do is I'll be going over the code just to pretty much get to the point and actually bring across what's relevant to us. So let's get to it, man. So let's get to this. So let's do this, man. Okay. Right, so yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press shift exclamation mark, then you're gonna do enter. Right? So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna do title and gonna be right, I'm gonna actually call Dummies Adventure because beforehand it was called page title, but that's so boring, right? So we're gonna call it Dummies Adventure, the sickly mission of the Space Ranger. So that's what we're calling this, man. Right, then link relation, style sheet, type, text, media, screen, href, type16.css. So what link relation does is it takes a style sheet, type text, media screen, href, type16.css. So this is pretty much, it helps links up the CSS is responsible for making our front end look better. And then it help and then links it up to the HTML, which is the front end. So our style sheets is the web page that you've got. Web page that you've got, right? Text CSS, what we're working with, which text, media screen, then href type16.css. Then we've got a body, called div ID story, div ID site photo, div ID question, answer, enter your answer, text ID your answer, type, submit. So these div IDs, so ID is referring to like a singular value that you've been working with. So these div IDs, what it does, it helps us refer to like our, it helps the JavaScript refer to what we've got on HTML or front end. So the div IDs make sure that what we have on our HTML like gets referred to on our JS. That's what it does. So div ID story, as you can see when you're working on JS, you can see everything correlates to one another. You guys like a div IDs. Answer input type text, you answer button type. Button ID submit go. Div class story part answers. So this is actually the story, right? Then a class is pretty much story part. The reason why it's called class because you've got different types of like info. Or we've got different stories that we've got here. So these are like different story parts. And then your class story part, so then your ID answer to. So all the div class and IDs refer to like help us refer to the functions that I'm going to be working with. Right. So that's what it does, Answer yes when you're ready. Please answer yes or no. And then you decide to stay home to get someone else to fly to Mars. Answer Mars or Earth. You decide. Jerusalem journey's long. So that's what it does, man. So you got the story in paragraph form. Div. This helps separate, the paragraphs into like different sects, man. And then you decide to stay home, then you'll get someone else. So these different divs, what happens here is like options, man. Like options that you've got here. These are options, and then and then for the script source, you got chap16.js. So chap16.js. So you add that within the body. So this helps like refer to the functionality that we're referring to in order for us to like work on to add functionality to our HTML. Then you got your JS, right? The variables that you're working with are the variables that you've got on our HTML. So get element by ID, document get element by ID, site footer, all these, all of the elements that you've got, all the variable names and variables that you've got, they're referring to like HTML. That's why you've got to get element by ID. Document get element by ID. So this is referring to the IDs that you've got in our HTML. Right? Submit add event list and click get answer. Ask questions. Function ask question answer style display block. So this is pretty much add an event list and to get answer. So as soon as you click on the mouse, you're gonna prompt to get answer by ask question. Function ask question number. Unstyle the display equals block answers dot length equals question number. Switch case switch question number case that in HTML Are you ready to play? Case 1 question that inner HTML, go to Mars or stay home. Great case 2. So this is a switch case, man. So this switch case helps set up like the options, for the helps set up like the different options that you're dealing with. Helps set up the options for the stuff that you're working with. Once you get answer, click input your answer value. That's your uppercase answer that push input. Your answer dot value. Your continue story answers dot length -1. Once you continue story answer number, switch answer number. Case if answers index 0 equals you're on the right path, well done. Story in the HTML. So this helps like set up a switch case for your answer number. So that's what sets up. Break case 2. So these switch cases, the end story that in HTML plus equals to the end. What does is what the equal sign does is make sure that we retain our original value. Then our plus sign, what does it helps us add on to that question that in HTML. Onto the style that display none. That it does in it. So HTML front end, then JS, the back end, CSS, so workings for our front end. That's what it's for. So you essentially got a full stack relationship to the back end and the front end. So that's what we've got, and then let's get to our story. As you can see, I press yes, and then I press go to Mars. Go to Mars, right? Go to Mars. Go to Mars. Okay. Mars or Earth, Mars. Yeah. you decide to risk it. So as you can see here, the story, are you ready to play? I said yes, right? Ready to play? Yes. Please answer Mars or Earth. Then I said Mars, right? Go to Mars. Then great choice, Mars lovely this time of the year. And then during the time of the year when you arrive about 60 days from now, pack up your things and prepare enough food for the journey. Then take off. Lunch goes smoothly and you sit back, put on your headphones, pray for a relaxing trip. Very clear things are going great. That for you to do is to read, listen to music, and watch movies, and then the streets sound meow, sound like this more cat. She must be snug aboard while you. So this is the story. If you just say yes to go to Mars, you have choice restaurant out of food or on the return trip or turn around and go home. What would you do? So just risk it, like risk it, and then please answer risk it or go home. So I press risk it. Come on. So I risk the journey's long, and give suitcase will have your food known that you may have survived the return trip, but the flying hippo can carry the robot home without you, and at least the important experimental data. Gizmo, of course, be safe when you arrive at Mars. Relocate the sick robot, but also discover something else. Large ice chest full of delicious sandwiches allows your pay crew to visit the robot. Must have left to see you. Unwrap one of the sandwiches and carefully take a bite. Peanut butter, your favorite Gizmo's favorite treat. You pack up the sandwiches and the sick robot and begin the trip home, knowing that there's no more than enough food for both Finn and Gizmo at the end. So this time I'm actually going to do a paradigm shift and actually type in Earth instead of Mars, instead of like behold, instead of like before. Stay home. You get someone else to fly to Mars. Besides, you heard that you're going to have free present space scouts me at the end. Okay. Yes. Mars. Go to Mars. Get to Mars. Go home. Let someone else get the robot. You turn the flying hip around head home. Get back to the space while you open the door to exit your spaceship and your bus and outside. Explain the whole thing to him, but how there wouldn't have been enough food. Steam comes out of the bus mechanical head as he tells that the old spread of sandwich and Mars would have been just fine if you had completed the mission. Fires you pick up Gizmo and say, oh man, wrong choice. Well, at least you have Gizmo at the end. Yes. Cyrus James Lang gives Gizmo half the food that you made. knowing that you may not survive the return trip, but finding a book and carry the robot home without you. Is the important experiment dying Gizmo has received when you arrive much put the kid to sick robot. Describe something else large eyes just full of just allows you pay for the robot must be here. I want to sound some kid. I can find your favorite Gizmo's favorite perhaps at the sick robot and begin to trip home knowing that there's no more than enough food for both you and Gizmo at the end. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Until next time, take care. Lord bless you. And Christ be with you. Thanks. Bye. Thank you.